My fiancé's work husband used to be a permanent fixture in our home, and whenever I dared to question it, she labeled me jealous and overbearing. Eventually, she walked out on me for him, claiming she needed a true partner, not an immature, clingy man. I even helped her move her stuff. Now she's pleading to come back after her so-called equal drained their shared bank account and vanished into thin air. She rang me at the job site yesterday, the first contact in 90 days. Her voice was trembling when she asked if we could talk. I told her I only had 5 minutes before my next appointment. That's when she broke down and admitted that Tyler had disappeared with $40,000 of her money. All I could think was, I saw that train wreck coming from the next county over. Let me rewind, because this disaster unfolded over 2 solid years, and I watched her ignore every glaring warning sign like they were written in invisible ink. I'm Frank, 44, owner of a plumbing company with 3 guys on payroll. Nothing glamorous, but it's honest, keeps the lights on, and puts food on the table, and then some. I met Jessica 3 years ago in the aisle of a big-box home improvement store. She was staring helplessly at a wall of plumbing fittings, trying to fix a leaking kitchen sink. I offered a hand. We ended up grabbing coffee afterward, and the rest wrote itself. Jessica was 38, a high-performing sales rep for a tech firm in the city. Sharp, driven, great at closing deals. She never complained about the dirt under my nails or the fact that my truck permanently smelled like pipe, dope, and sweat. She said she admired a man who built something tangible with his own 2 hands. We meshed quickly. 6 months in, she moved into my place. A year after that, I put a ring on her finger. Life felt solid. We'd cook side by side in the evenings, swap stories, her about big contracts, me about nightmare service calls. Normal couple stuff. Then Tyler entered the picture exactly 2 years ago when he was brought on as the new sales director at her company. The first time his name came up, Jessica came home practically bouncing. The new boss was going to revolutionize the entire department. Okay, fine. New blood always talks a big game. But within weeks, Tyler wasn't just the new boss. He was the nightly headline. His stand-up meetings were life-changing. His funnel strategies were pure genius. Every single dinner somehow looped back to whatever brilliant thing Tyler had done that day. Sounds like the second coming of Steve Jobs, I joked one night. He really is that good, she said, dead serious. 20 years in the valley. We're lucky he chose us. A month later, she dropped the phrase, work husband, like it was no big deal. Everyone at the office teases that Tyler's my work husband. We just click professionally. The term rubbed me the wrong way, but I let it slide. Office banter is office banter. Except it didn't stay in the office. Tyler started blowing up her phone after hours and on weekends. Notifications popping during dinner. Tyler needs a quick take on tomorrow's deck. She'd type furiously while we tried to watch a movie. Just finalizing the Henderson numbers. Won't be a minute. Can't that wait till morning? I asked once. Sales never sleeps, Frank. 3 months after he started, Jessica suggested we have him over for dinner. He's newly divorced, doesn't know many people in town. It'd be kind. I agreed, partly to be decent, mostly because I wanted to look this guy in the eye. Tyler rolled up in a flashy German car that I later learned was leased to the hilt. Brought a $120 bottle of wine and immediately started working the room. Complimented the realness of my house. Called my cooking honestly rustic. Every praise laced with a backhanded jab. Then he spent the entire meal regaling us with war stories from past companies he'd turned around, dropping names of VCs and CEOs like confetti. Kept calling me big guy and champ like we'd known me forever. Jessica hung on every syllable. When he left, she was glowing. See? I told you he was impressive. He's something, I said. That dinner was the foot in the door. After that, Tyler started dropping by after work to go over slides. Then weekends to prep for Monday presentations. Always some supposedly urgent deadline that required them to camp out at my kitchen table. I'd drag in covered in mud from a job and find him man-spread on my couch, laptop open, Jessica right beside him crunching numbers. He'd flash that bleached smile. Frankie boy, hope you don't mind. We're just slaying these metrics. Frankie boy, he'd picked that up after Jessica mentioned I'd played varsity ball in 1999. You guys don't have actual offices for this. I asked once. Jessica glared. We're in flow, Frank. Location doesn't matter. It matters when the location is my living room 5 nights a week. The script wrote itself from there. I'd complain. She'd call me controlling and insecure. We'd fight. Nothing changed. Tyler kept showing up like he paid rent. You're intimidated by his success, she accused during one blowout. I'm annoyed he's always here. Because he's educated? Because he's ambitious? Because he treats my house like a satellite office and you act like that's normal. She slept in the spare room that night, the first of many. Then came the mandatory out-of-town conferences. Weekend offsites that somehow only the two of them needed to attend. Separate hotel rooms, of course. Purely professional. It's Tyler, she'd say, as if that explained everything. But I noticed how she started spending an hour on hair and makeup for work dinners. How her face lit up at his texts. How suddenly nothing I did was quite good enough anymore. You could dress sharper, she said one evening, eyeing my work jeans. I just spent 8 hours under a house in raw sewage. Tyler still manages to look polished after long days. Tyler pushes spreadsheets in climate-controlled rooms. Next came the subtle and not so subtle digs about my lack of scale mindset. I should read more leadership books. Think about franchising instead of staying comfortable. Maybe even go back for an MBA. Tyler says you've got untapped potential, she told me once. You just need bigger thinking. I don't need Tyler's life coaching, thanks. That exact attitude is why you'll always stay small time. Small time. There it was, the mask finally off. The final straw came on our anniversary. I'd booked her favorite steakhouse. At 6 p.m., she texted she'd be late. Emergency client situation. At 7:15, another text. Still stuck? Rain check? I drove downtown. Found them in the dark office eating Thai takeout, laughing over something on his phone. Not a single spreadsheet open. Frank, what are you doing here? It's our anniversary. Her face went blank. She'd genuinely forgotten. Tyler jumped in with fake remorse. My bad. Man, totally my fault. You two go celebrate. But Jessica was already shaking her head. We can't leave. The client needs the proposal first thing. I looked at the empty cartons, the vacation photos still glowing on Tyler's screen, and said, see you at home. She rolled in after midnight, smelling like his cologne and full of excuses. I pretended to be asleep. After that, the relationship bled out slowly. She stopped wearing her engagement ring to work. It snagged on the keyboard. Started networking at the gym with Tyler. Bought a whole new wardrobe. Tighter, pricier, more executive. I suggested therapy. Too busy. I suggested boundaries with Tyler. Career sabotage. I asked straight up if she had feelings for him. Cue nuclear explosion about toxic trust issues. It's not that he's a man. It's that he's here more than anyone else in my life, and you don't see the problem. I'm investing in my future, something you'd get if you had any drive beyond unclogging drains. Unclogging drains. As if keeping people's homes from flooding was shameful. I told her to crash at her sister's that night. She stayed gone 3 days, came back like nothing happened. But I was finished faking it. I laid it out plain. Set real professional boundaries with Tyler, or we're done. Your ultimatum, ing my career? I'm asking you to choose our relationship. Tyler is critical to where I'm going professionally. Then you've chosen. 2 weeks later, she started moving out, slowly, in stages, like she could pretend it wasn't really happening. The final conversation went exactly as you'd expect. She showed up on a Saturday with Tyler idling in his leased BMW like an Uber for broken dreams. I need a partner who matches my ambition, she said. Someone who operates on my level. Tyler operates on your level. He sees what I could become. We share a vision. A vision that required him living in my house rent-free. This is why it can't work. You think small. Just admit you're leaving me for him. I'm leaving because you were anchoring me. Tyler helped me see my worth. I loaded her boxes into his trunk while he scrolled his phone. He gave me a smug little finger gun salute as they pulled away. The house felt hollow afterward, but also peaceful. No more walking in to find Tyler holding court on my couch. No more lectures about my lack of vision. No more feeling inadequate in my own home. I buried myself in work. Took every call. Expanded into bigger commercial jobs. Hired a fourth guy. Started lifting again. Hung out with old friends I'd neglected. Even dipped a toe back into dating. Nothing serious, just reminding myself I still existed. Jessica, meanwhile, went full Instagram power couple. Moved in with Tyler after 14 days. Endless posts about their synergy, their future consulting empire, matching his and hers captioned photos in front of rented office space. Then yesterday my phone rang while I was knee-deep in a trench. Jessica. I almost let it go to voicemail. Her voice cracked immediately. Frank, can we talk? Please. Something in her tone made me say yes. We met at a downtown coffee shop. She looked like she hadn't slept in days. Designer outfit rumpled, mascara streaked, hands trembling around her cup. Tyler's gone, she blurted. He cleaned out every account and disappeared. Come again. All of it. My savings, the seed money for the company, even a loan from my parents, 40 grand total. Gone. I actually laughed out loud. You handed Tyler 40 grand? It wasn't like that. We were partners. We had real clients lined up. And Monday morning the office was empty, his phone was dead, and the lease was only in your name. She nodded, tears spilling. How did you? Because I met him, Jess. I met him the first night. He walked into my house acting like he owned it. She reached for my hand. I moved it away. I was so wrong, she whispered. I see it now. I threw away something real for smoke. I want to come home, Frank. I want us back. Where are you sleeping? My sister's couch. She pretty much told me I got what I deserved. And work. Unpaid leave. Turns out Tyler was cooking the sales reports too, and my name's on half of them. I might lose my job. So let me get this straight, I said slowly. You're broke, possibly about to be unemployed, effectively homeless, and now the safe, stable guy you called small time looks pretty good again. That's not why. Sure it is. I'm the backup plan that didn't disappear with the money. I was manipulated. He made everything sound so big, so possible. Tyler didn't manipulate you. He just told you what you were dying to hear, that you were too special for an ordinary life with a plumber. You chose to believe him. She started sobbing quietly. Don't you believe in second chances? I believe in forgiveness, I said. I forgive you. But forgiveness doesn't mean I reopen the door so you can hurt me again the next time someone flashes a shinier future. That's really it. 3 years and you won't even try. You ended those 3 years the moment you decided I wasn't enough. What am I supposed to do? Same thing I did. Figure out how to stand on my own 2 feet. She left without another word. I finished my coffee and went back to the job. That night she texted, I hope someday you'll see I was a victim too. Tyler preys on driven women. I wrote back. Tyler preys on people who think they're too good for the life they already have. He didn't force you to do anything. He just held up a mirror and you liked the reflection. She replied, this is why we never worked. You never believed in my dreams. I answered, I believed in you. I just didn't believe in Tyler. Turns out one of us was right. This morning I was under a house snaking a main line while my guys prepped an estimate for a full repipe on an old ranch. Real problems, real money, zero drama. Jessica will land on her feet eventually. New job, new savings, maybe even new guy. Whether she learns the lesson or goes chasing the next Tyler, that's on her. Me? I'll keep running my small-time company out of a paid-off house with every dime still in my name. I'll keep dating women who don't need a work husband to feel important. I'll keep building something that can't vanish with a wire transfer. Turns out small time isn't a flaw. It's armor. And right now, that armor fits just fine. I've got pipes to fix.